Hello. NWEA testing, also called MAP testing. So, here's some general information. So, number one, you need to find a quiet place to work on your test. So, maybe your bedroom, somewhere that there's not a lot of noise or other distractions going on. You do not pass or fail the NWEA test. It is simply a tool to find out what level you're at right now. So, we're going to test in math and in reading. And if you were in the building, they've already done this. We do this every year in the fall, in the spring, and sometimes in the winter. So, this is not a new test that we're administering. So, there's usually about 40 questions on the test. If you get a question correct, your next question is going to be a little harder. So if you're like, oh my gosh, it's getting harder and harder. If you get a question incorrect, your next question is going to be a little easier. So if you're multiplying fractions, it's not going to all of a sudden drop you down to 2 plus 2. It's going to be a little easier. So you're going to get some difficult questions. Expect that. And that's okay. Just keep trying and doing your best. That means you've been answering them correctly. If the test gets harder and harder, that means you're doing awesome and you're doing a really good job. So, again, you don't pass or fail. We get a score that tells us where you're at in the reading world and in the math world. So, the test should take you between 45 minutes to 2 hours. If you do the test in 20 minutes, it sends me a message and I start your test over. It means you're going too fast. If you take 4 hours, you're taking too long. Okay. So, if you go over the 2 hours, there is a makeup time for you to finish working on it. So, this is how you're going to get to it. And I will have this link in your Google Classroom on the day that you test. So, this is what it looks like. If you've been in Moses Lake, you've seen this. You're going to have a session name and a password. And I won't give this to you until you're about to test. And I have pre selected kids for each time. So, if you're sitting with a friend or a cousin and they're in a different test time, they can't borrow our session name and password and try to get in. Okay. They have to go to their time. So basically, there's this arrow is a drop down arrow. And when you click that drop down arrow, you're going to see your name and you're going to click on it. And there only will be one test, math or reading. And then you click the arrow again. And then it's going to say, hey, is this you? Your name should pop up and the correct test that you're taking. So, again, we're taking math or reading and what school you're at. So, this is on Frontier. And you're going to hit the yes, that's me. And then you have to wait for me, the proctor, that's me, to confirm your information. So, what that means is there'll be about 30 kids waiting for me to confirm their information. So, I have to go through and individually select, confirm, select, confirm, select, confirm. So, it might take me a minute to get to you. So, you can't have all your other tabs open, but just give me a minute and I'll get to you. If it's been like 10 minutes, let's see, your best way to get a hold of me is going to be through Google Hangouts. I'll have that open. Okay. Now it's going to be your communication with me. So you have to wait for me to let you into the test. And once you're confirmed, it'll have your name. Okay. Try your best. It's okay to not know all the answers. You're not going to be able to know all of the answers. It gets really, really, really hard. It gets easier. Okay, so you have to understand that's how the test works. And you're just going to hit, I think it's blue button, and you're going to get started and do your best. And again, you need to plan for the 2 hours, find a quiet place, make sure you ate breakfast, all that stuff. And then if you don't finish, we can talk about that. Okay, good luck. I'll have more information on the day that we test starting Tuesday.